Okay, so in the last video we liquefied the hair, made the skirt a bit longer and matched the colour clothing of their tops. But aside from that, this image is still pretty much straight out of camera. So we're going to dive in with some editing now using the LSB Lemon Sky Outdoor collection. So I don't need to use any of the image balance. I don't think. I might warm it up just a touch. But what I'm going to do is use a black brush and take that off our subjects a little bit. So we have paint brushes. I'm going to lift the shadows. My brush is 100% opacity, 25% flow. And I'm just going to lift these shadows a little bit now. In the hair, anywhere dark. And this will probably look like a different edit because they do every time. Your editing changes when it's a creative edit. It depends on your mood, what you've eaten, what time of day it is, how much coffee you've had. So as we go down, I'll pop a little bit of russet background paint on, just a little bit, and that is just going to give us that slight foresty green. So you can see I'm just dabbing this on, nowhere in particular, just a smidge. Now we're on some skin editing, so let's give them a nice contrasty skin finish. To do that, we don't need to reduce shine, we don't need to clean up the blemishes. Apply a little bit of soft skin natural. So let's just soften up, only gently, because we really don't need a lot. The focus is not perfect on this. They were moving a lot, but that's okay because they are quite small in the frame. If this was a close-up, I'd be sharpening a lot more. So a little bit of soft skin on there. I'm going to apply sharpen, and I'm going to use this mostly around the eyes. Cupid's bow. And brows, just to get these features a little defined. Okay, a little bit of contour contrast. Just adding some shadows back in that are originally there, or just, I'd say adding them back in, just emphasising some shadows, so we just want that contrast coming in. Play a little bit of bring back highlights as well. I can't remember if I used this one or not, but just to kind of darken the arms and areas so that we've got that brightness coming back to the face. It's looking a little muddy, but that's okay, because you can pop it on where you need it and then just change the opacity. So I could play, I'm really just working on the faces again now. I'm going to play eyelashes, liner and brows. So we're just going to use this again just to highlight the brows, the eyelashes. Just picking up those details there. So I've got my index finger on the X key, so I can switch between a black and a white brush really, really easily. So bright eyes, I just want to play this in the irises. You can see there we're brightening without getting the whites too bright, because we don't want to, brighten up the whites of the eyes too much. It's mainly those irises. Let's go for a little bit of dual iris colour. This really brings out what's already there. A little bit of peachy foundation. So in the original edit I used the Honey Bright toner in the newborn, actually, because I do tend to switch around sets sometimes. Probably shouldn't do, but I think we all do when we've got a few LSPs in our toolkit. But for this one, I'm going to stick to the outdoor set. So let's use the Peachy Bright. Here's adding a peachiness into the skin tones there. A little bit of brighten up face. So it just gives that kind of that standoutness to the face there. Let's add a little bit of colour using some cheek blush. My keyboard shortcuts are being really funny today. I get this sometimes with Photoshop updates. They tend to adding more colour into her lips there. But what I'm going to do is create a solid colour layer for that. In a very nice red tone, set the blend mode to colour. Control or Command I. Now this is going to look like clown red, but I'm just going to bring it down because we've just got a little bit of purple tone on the top of her lips there. He doesn't really need a lot there. I know this looks crazy right now, but trust the process. So I'm going to bring the opacity way down, and we're going to change it to something a little more orangey. Now we have a slight more, using that and the cheek paint, we have a little bit more colour coming into the face there. Apply a little bit, sharpen the details. Again, and let's just dab this over. Okay, coming back up to the one-click image balance. I'm going to play Warm It one more time. And now we are into the kind of creative section. So I'm going to play Light Leak Center. And this is going to give that nice hazy kind of flare to the background. Can you see that? I'm actually going to move this and mask this a little bit because I don't need quite that much of a light leak. So what we're going to do on the layer mask is grab a black brush, which is already selected. If I hit X on the keyboard and just bring this along anywhere we don't want it to show. And on the background, if you go to select subject, you can get a really nice selection, and this can help with so many things. Actually, no, I don't want the background. I'm going to make a merge layer to select subject from because I've liquefied her hair and changed the skirt. Not quite had enough coffee yet today, so I'm going to go select subject. And on the light leak mask, I'm going to use a black brush just to take this off the subjects, so it's behind them. Can you see that? And let's just take the opacity down a little bit. Just get that nice slight haziness to the background. I'm going to add a contrast to a one-click finish. A little bit of vignette. And what else? Oh yes, in the signature newborn. Naughty naughty. I used the Honey Bright skin. Where is that one? It's here in the Divine Foundations. Honey Bright, it just gives a nice colour finish to the skin, a nice soft colour. So we have this beautiful kind of faded matte background and very contrasty subjects, as they kind of were in the straight out of camera shot here. We've made the skirt longer and tweaked her hair out and changed their changed their tops. So there we have before manual edits, liquefy and making the skirt bigger, and then we went into the background edits. Let me just bring the layers palette out. We lifted the shadows and warmed up a little bit. Soft skin, sharpened the details, added some contouring, brought back highlights and added some eyeliner. brightened up the eyes, dual iris. Obviously at a distance can't see that too much. Peachy foundation for the skin, gives you that kind of peachy orange feel. Bright face with a little bit of extra cheek blush. Sharpened up the details a little more. I'm just going to take that one down a little bit now. Another warm. We created a merge layer to make a selection, and we added a light leak over the top. Brushed off the subjects. Added contrast, vignette, and a little bit of honey bright, which was from the newborn section. And that's using the Lemon Sky Outdoor Photoshop actions. I have some signature washes to finish. I didn't actually use any of these, but you can do. Depends on, it really does depend on which, what kind of image you're editing and which one's your favourites. If you can hear in the background, that's actually this one shouting. When people meet the twins, they think that this guy is the loud one, which he is normally in public, but at home it's the other way around, and this is the little gob. That's a little bit of golden which looks really nice actually. I'm just going to take that off the subjects just a little bit because they're already quite warm. So there, before and after. It's just added that slight russet to the background, which we don't need on the path, so we'll take it off there as well. And there we go. So before, complete before, manual edits, and after. So I hope that helped. That's using the Lemon Sky outdoor actions. Available on the website if you have these. Definitely worth revisiting and playing because there's just so many. There's so many interesting things. The signature washes, the light play overlays, the one-click finishes. Really worth having a play with them and finding your new favourite actions. So a bit of a long video, took our time with that one, but I hope there's some little bits of information in there that help you when it comes to editing your outdoor shots.